If you've been frustrated with trying to get ahead with your financial planning, your financial journey for yourself and your family, um, don't feel bad. It's not your fault. I mean, it might be your fault, but there's also kind of this larger thing that I think is really impacting what that means for this generation to kind of get ahead with our finances than previous generations. This is the first time in the history of America that a 30-year-old in America isn't doing as well as their parents were when they were 30. And this kind of comes down to two basic things. Any financial picture of an individual or a household really comes down to two basic inputs and outputs. There's the inflows, that's what you get paid for the work that you do. And there's the outflows, that's what you have to spend your money on in order to exist and thrive in this country. In the last 30 years, we have not seen any meaningful increase in wages in this country, which runs contrary to the fact that productivity for that labor has shot up. So the money is not going into the pockets of the laborers or the employees of these companies. It's going to other places, but that's a whole different video. But anyway, so the money isn't keeping up with time and productivity. So the inflows of the budget are constrained. What's more is the outflows are expanding. You think about the fact that everything costs a little bit more today than it did 30 years ago. In addition to that, there's this whole new suite of expenses that did not exist 30 years ago. Think about your cell phone plan, your internet plan. You got to buy a new laptop every 4 years, a new cell phone every 4 years. These are all brand new expenses that didn't used to exist the last time that we saw any sort of meaningful wage increase. So these two factors kind of butting up against each other are making every family budget a little bit tighter and a little bit harder to quantify. So we have to be more vigilant now than ever before. And it all starts with that budget. Look at where your money is going. In the Marie Kondo sense of the word, if it isn't keeping you alive or bringing you joy, see about whether or not you can remove it from your budget. If you can cut that expense, save that money, and allocate it towards something like investing in your retirement or, buying a basic, total stock market index fund, just buying and holding it and preparing for the future. These are really important things. Also on the input side, maybe if you've been with your company for a while, start collecting, your stats, start collecting points in which you've developed, value for your company. Maybe bring that to your boss and say, hey, this is the value that I'm really providing. Maybe it's time for us to discuss increasing my salary. And so that way you can cut down on your expenses and then maybe increase your inputs. And from that, you can funnel that money towards preparing for the future via your retirement account, via your long-term investing account. These are really great ways to kind of get ahead of this societal problem or, basically systemic problem that is causing this new stress on our budgets. So while it may seem like a large force, pushing up against you, rocking a hard place, so to speak, with a little bit of planning, just like, it may not be as straightforward for you to plan for, your future as it was for previous generations. You can still do it. You can still use that grit to really think about how you want to organize yourself. Start planning now, start planning ahead, and really kind of get ahead of this thing. We can all do it.